2016 is coming up in a couple weeks from now, so I thought this is probably the best time to talk about which films I think will make the most money in 2016. Just note up front that these are the worldwide grosses I'm predicting, not the domestic ones. Alright then, let's get into it. Starting off the list at number 10 is Paul Feig's new action comedy, Ghostbusters. The main reason this makes my list is not only because Paul Feig made a great action comedy this year with Spy, but because everyone is going to go see this, whether they're against the film or not. All those people who are saying Ghostbusters can't work because it's all women, and that this movie is going to ruin their childhoods, guess what? They're still going to go see this. And also, I do have a hunch that this is actually going to be a pretty fun movie, so that should help a bit. Number 9, Moana. Moana is the first of many Disney films on this list, and in all reality, it will probably end up higher than this, but for now, I've got it at number 9. This is the newest Disney princess film, and let me just remind you how much the last one made. This film's also starring Dwayne Johnson as someone, so that's promising. And really, even putting aside the fact that it's a princess movie, Disney's been doing great with their animation just in general, with Big Hero 6, Tangled, and Wreck-It Ralph, all of which pulled in a lot of money. Number 8, X-Men Apocalypse. Bryan Singer is bringing us the 8th film in the X-Men series, and by all means, it should make hundreds of millions. Days of Future Past made over 700 million, so if this sequel is anywhere as good, it should make something like that. This film also marks the end of most of the actors' contracts, including Jennifer Lawrence, Michael Fassbender, and James McAvoy, and this will really be the conclusion for this X-Men series. We've got Wolverine 3 and Gambit after this, but I really don't know where it's going to go from there, so let's hope this goes out with a bang. Number 7, Warcraft. I'm going to go against my better judgment here and put a video game movie on this list. 2016 is meant to be the year that kicks off this whole video game movie renaissance, the same way that the MCU really kicked off all these superhero movies, and the big contender for this is Warcraft. Now, while I have my own personal doubts about what the actual quality of the film will be, World of Warcraft is one of the biggest game franchises out there, millions of people play it, and therefore I'm guessing that millions of people will go see this. Number 6, Independence Day Resurgence, which at first, it might seem a bit weird that this is so high, but really, this is purely based on Jurassic World and the success that film had. Now, granted, most people like the original Jurassic Park a lot more than the original Independence Day, but I still see the similarities here. It's a fun 90s movie that's getting a sequel set in real time about 20 years later. There's some returning cast and some new cast, and there's promise of bigger and better things to come. Also, I'm guessing most people in America with a TV have seen Independence Day at least once, because it comes on cable every 4th of July, and you can't really celebrate the 4th of July properly without watching this.
Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
So despite Roland Emmerich's declining track record, I'm still optimistic about this. Number 5, Finding Dory. There's really no reason to believe that this won't be a massive hit. First off, Pixar has had something of a comeback recently. Inside Out made $1 kajillion, and you know, The Good Dinosaur is doing pretty well. So this should be a continuation of that trend. It also has the star power of Ellen DeGeneres behind it, and I'm guessing that this is going to get a ton of free promotion on her show. Also, Finding Nemo is an animation classic that most everyone has seen. It's Pixar's second biggest movie to this day, and it made nearly $1 billion. Dory was also one of the best parts of that film, so a sequel focused on her is just the next logical step. Number 4, Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Before I start this, I just want to say real quick, because it's Christmas time, this video is pre-recorded. I made this about 2 or 3 weeks ago. So at this point, I don't know if The Force Awakens is good. If somehow it ends up really sucking, this film will drop a few spots on my list. However, as of right now, the Star Wars train is going strong, and the hype around this movie has been building and building. Most everyone is really excited about the cast, the director, and especially the premise. Plus, there's also a big chance that we'll get to see Darth Vader in this, so that'll probably help a little bit. And also, if The Force Awakens is great, then the Star Wars hype will be even more massive. And really, this all comes back to the fact that Star Wars really has the potential to become the biggest franchise in Hollywood. Number 3, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Now, this is a film that I haven't heard a ton of people talking about, which I find a bit odd, because this is the continuation of the Harry Potter franchise. And by continuation, I mean prequel. Now, when people hear the word prequel, good things don't usually come to mind, but I think this can be one of those exceptional ones. Harry Potter was the biggest franchise of all time, before the MCU really took off. This is also bringing back the director of the most successful Harry Potter, and it also has Eddie Redmayne, who seems to be doing extremely well, unless he's with the Wachowskis. Number 2, Captain America Civil War. As the runner-up on this list, I have the start of Marvel's Phase 3. There isn't really that much to say about these movies as far as box office goes. It's just going to make $1 billion. It's basically Avengers 3, except this time it's with more heroes fighting. The trailer looked great. This has RDJ and Chris Evans fighting both verbally and physically.
Sometimes I want to punch you in your perfect teeth.
And this will also introduce Spider-Man into the Marvel Universe, so if you somehow weren't sold already, that should get you in the cinema. So before I get to my number 1, here are some other movies that I think very easily could make it into the top 10 list. Doctor Strange. It's the MCU. Nowadays, they all make at least 600 million worldwide. Well, usually. Alice in Wonderland, Through the Looking Glass. The first one made $1 billion, but I feel like the hype around this franchise might have died down a bit. The Secret Life of Pets. It's the new movie from the people who made Despicable Me and Minions, so it'll probably do well. The Jungle Book. Live-action adaptations of old Disney movies have surprisingly been doing great business at the box box office, and this one looks to follow that trend. Angry Birds. Yeah, we're getting an Angry Birds film. Now, Angry Birds has kind of died down in pop culture, but it's still pretty popular, and this film is starring a ton of really funny people, including Jason Sudeikis, Josh Gad, Danny McBride, Bill Hader, Peter Dinklage, Keegan-Michael Key, Kate McKinnon, and Hannibal Buress. Suicide Squad. It's a cast full of A-listers, and it's a DC comic book film. And finally, Deadpool. Now, this could either be a huge hit or a massive bomb, and it all depends on if it's good or not. If this is great, I think it'll make all the money. And Deadpool has really come more into the mainstream conscious recently. I see people everywhere nowadays with Deadpool caps and shirts and bags, so maybe that recognizability will push this even more. And number one is, of course, Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. It is kind of the obvious answer, but the obvious answer is often the right one. This could very well not end up happening. There can always be a surprise upset, like for example this year with Jurassic World and Furious 7, but of all the films on this list, I just can't see any of them beating Dawn of Justice if it's good. If this movie is bad, it'll still make a lot of money, but probably not as much as expected. But if it's good, or dare I say it, great, then this will be a smash hit. These are the two most recognizable superheroes, and they're fighting each other. Who isn't going to go see that? The trailers have also looked pretty amazing so far, and while Zack Snyder isn't a fantastic director, and Man of Steel wasn't a fantastic movie, I just can't imagine people going to the movies, seeing a Batman-Superman film playing, and not buying a ticket. So looking back now, my predictions list from last year appears to have some pretty big omissions, but I'm gonna wait until around March or so, when all of the box office numbers have settled, so I can really look back and see how accurate my list was. Just in case you don't remember, here were my predictions for this year's box office. So those were my predictions for the 2016 worldwide box office. What are yours? Be sure to let me know in the comments. And then in about a year from now, we can all look back and see how close we got. Anyway, don't forget to like this video, check out my Instagram at BHL_Hudson, and subscribe for more videos like the one you just watched. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.